What's up, guys? It's Monday. It's the 11th of April, 2022, and I'm gonna talk about the UFC pay-per-view this past Saturday. I can't believe I don't know what UFC it is. UFC 263. No, I can't think of what UFC that was, but main event: Alexander Volkanovski versus Korean Zombie. Co-main event, I think. Uh, Piotr Jan versus Aljamain Sterling. Good for you, Aljo. And then the fucking fight of the year: Khamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns. Khamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns. And wow, holy shit, guys. The fight before that was cool too, man. I like the dude with the mustache. He's a tough guy. And apparently the other dude was an Olympic wrestler who didn't. I don't even remember him scoring a takedown, but I wasn't paying all that much attention. And then I guess there was a couple good fights on the undercard too. I know Ian Gary came and showed out, and I know there was a couple other cool fights. But how about Tisha Torres versus Mackenzie Dern too? That was a sick fight, guys. It was good, high level fight. But let's talk about Khamzat. Khamzat Chimaev, brother. Dude, holy shit, guys. All right, first and foremost, he's 27 years old, right? I don't know when his birthday is, but let's say he's 28 years old. You know, if we're fucking pushing it, if we're pushing the envelope super far. He might have just turned 27 for all I know, but he's 27 years old. Guys, I'm 27 years old, okay? And this dude's in the fucking octagon with Gilbert Burns, who's fucking 34, black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, ranked number 2, the second welterweight in the fucking world, right? It doesn't get higher level competition than that. Now, going into the fight, I'll be honest, I dismissed Gilbert Burns big time. One, because I guess I didn't give enough credit to Usman's power, which is clearly I'm a fucking ignorant, stupid fuck, right? Because he fucking cold clock cleaned. He took Jorge Masvidal into the shadow realm, okay? And Jorge Masvidal, you could go throughout the history of his career, man. He's never been rocked that way ever, and literally shut his fucking lights out, right? So Jorge Masvidal has a chin, and Usman demonstrated just how powerful he is by knocking Jorge out, right? Then he fucking breaks Colby Covington's jaw, who nobody's ever done that before, right? Even come close to fucking hitting, creating as much damage to their opponent as fucking Usman did to Colby Covington, right? And so my dumbass not realizing like just how strong and powerful Kamaru Usman is, right? I'm thinking like Gilbert Burns getting fucking knocked out basically by Usman's jabs. I was like, I totally dismissed Gilbert, right? And then they gave I'm a weirdo, guys. So I see these guys who are 34 years old who have like, 20 fights under their belt. I dismiss them because to my mind, I'm like, man, that's like a car with 300,000 miles on it. Now that car has a lot of wisdom, right? That car has an understanding of exactly the mechanics of its fucking vehicle and shit, but the engine can only take so much, guys. And so I kind of associated that with Gilbert Burns and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I'm like, just how impressive is a win over Wonderboy Thompson in 2022? And again, that's an ignorant thing to say, but this is a young man's game. And so if you have like, let's say a new Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, right? Everybody's like, or like how Khamzat is the new Habib, or everybody was saying a couple fights ago, right? When you have these situations, if you take the new versus the old, more likely than not, now the old has the wisdom, like I said, so they have, but their reflexes might be a little less sharp, just from a mechanical, biological point of view. Their body doesn't move as fast as it used to. So Gilbert Burns beating Wonderboy after losing to Usman wasn't all that impressive to me. And so, again, I completely dismissed him going into the Khamzat fight. Also, it wasn't a matter of power in my point of view, but it was a matter of, I guess mechanically, and Gilbert Burns, his form I feel like I see him swinging from his hips very often, but obviously that generates a lot of power. And then a couple of times when I seen some of his highlights before they played his fight and he was swinging from his hips, they were uppercuts from an opponent who was kind of hunched over a little bit. So it's not that he was throwing from his hips. That's how you throw a punch to tag somebody who's bent over a little bit, you know? They're not at the same level as you, so you kind of, you know, you have to throw a fucking, you know, an uppercut that's coming from your hips. It's all coming from your hips, but like you know, an uppercut like this is very different from an uppercut, you know, somebody whose face is right here as opposed to right here, right? When they level change. So you know, so often in the UFC, man, I speak from like ignorance, right? I didn't watch Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I fucking watched the highlights, right? And so I'm sitting here talking about like, it's not impressive that he beat him. That could have been one of the best fights fucking in the past couple of years. I wouldn't know because I didn't watch it. So going into the fight, I thought that Khamzat starched Burns. I thought that Khamzat's striking was so well put together. It's crisp, clean, reminds me of a Masvidal, reminds me of a Piotr Jan, right? Just crisp, clean boxing, striking. Michael Bisping said that he needs to work on his kick game a little bit, that he didn't incorporate as many kicks as he should have, but I'm going off of memory, right? And obviously Michael Bisping's a fucking welterweight champion of the world, not middleweight, right? Welterweight champion of the world. So what the fuck do I know? I've had one amateur boxing fight, you know? I lost fucking 48 matches of high school wrestling. What the fuck do I know, man? But I didn't have that perspective. You know, I could vividly recall right now Khamzat throwing kicks. So, guys, what a fucking fight. Holy shit. And I'll tell you what, dude. You know, as much as I thought Gilbert Burns was going to get starched, I didn't want him to in the sense that I love dogfights. Everybody does, right? Because at the end of the day, what that really is that all human beings are connecting to is the willpower of another man or woman, right? When the tables are turned, when all odds are against you, because little moments of fight, you know, the tables turn all the time. Sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. Some people can handle it and some people can't. And when you're the nail, you really see what Teddy Atlas said, which Dana, Uncle DW said he loved going into the third round. We know on the outside what Khamzat Chimaev is made of, right? Now we're about to find out what he's made of on the inside. And that it couldn't be more true. And that's why we connect so deeply, so innately, so fucking deep in our human souls to that power, that willpower of another human being giving it everything they have. And when they don't have anything, they keep going. No quit. Nothing, dude. You know, I could fucking start crying right now thinking about it because that is what the fucking human experience is all about. Sacrifice. You know what I mean? Giving up yourself to you know what I mean? Giving up, like, cause yourself will tell you, dude, stop, get out of here. Let's fucking, dude, enough is enough, dude. Give up. Just fucking quit. And that's your human ego trying to save yourself, right? Like, dude, live to fight to see another day. Dude, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Imagine SpongeBob's brain. Remember when they showed his brain and everything's on fire and like it's complete chaos and they're all screaming and shit? That's like what that's what the human ego is doing in the middle of that fight. But with your soul and your consciousness, right, you overcome that and you say, you know what, dude, I get it, bro. I get why you want to back out of this, but we're not going to do that. We're here to die. You know what I mean? We're here to kill or be killed. We're here to fucking show, you know, we're here to fucking fight for our son's fucking life, our daughter's life, our fucking wife's life, dude. You know, that's, you know, you guys, you know what I mean? So, all right. So the fight was fucking incredible. And to see just how much, dude, look at Khamzat's face, dude. He took a lot of damage, guys. And in my opinion, I feel like that cut underneath his eye might present a problem in the future. The dude's 27 years old. That's a giant. That's like a Nate Diaz fucking gash, dude. And I think that's in a better spot. I don't know. Actually, in my opinion, it's a bad spot. But again, I'm a fucking ignorant idiot. But guys, Khamzat took a lot of damage. Khamzat. I'll say it however I want, dude. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Didn't you guys ever learn that, you ignorant imbeciles? You idiots. You guys are getting mad over my pronunciation of a name, dude. Does Mackenzie Dern pronounce? You know what I mean? I don't see anybody getting mad at Mackenzie Dern for faking an accent, you fucks. You know what I mean? Or even like, or when Khamzat pronounces Ohio, I don't see you guys getting mad at that. You just want to fucking hate on me for saying his name wrong? Fuck you, bro. I'll say Peter Yan if I want to, too. You know, fucking to this day, Chael Sonnen calls Tyson Fury's little brother Will Fury. Who the fuck is Will Fury, dude? It's hilarious. I love it, dude. And I do it to get you guys mad, so. But wow. That was the greatest fucking fight that I have ever seen in my life. And obviously there's a bunch of them. The last fight that I watched live that was that fucking good was Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier. But look, guys, we found out that Khamzat's the real deal. Right? People want to say like, "Oh my god, like he'll never be able to beat Usman." He's 27 years old. And that was his first competition with the highest level in the world. Okay, this isn't Chechnya wrestling anymore, guys. This is fucking the greatest athletes of all time from all over the world. Okay, the UFC is the fucking pinnacle, guys. And you just seen Khamzat go in, show up, and show the fuck out. And you seen Gilbert Burns do the same thing. And I'll tell you what, dude, I'm forever a Gilbert Burns fan now, dude. I'll start crying right now thinking about it. That motherfucker went out there to die. And it's crazy. Here's what's so fucking crazy. Gilbert Burns coming into the octagon, you could see his energy. And even in his walkout, to me, I was perceiving like fear. I was perceiving not nervousness, but like kind of like, oh, fuck, dude, I'm about to get into this fight. Which that's okay, bro. That's not a fearful energy like, fuck, dude, like this is it, man. Like, fuck, dude, I'm about to go through this, man. Like, this is my life right here. You know, as opposed to Khamzat's fucking screaming, right? And fucking, he's got a smile on his face. He's jumping up and down. We perceive that as confidence, right? But sometimes that's not the case. Gilbert Burns walks into the octagon every single moment up until that fucking, you know, fuck, I can't believe I forgot his name right now. The referee, right until the referee said, let's fight, Gilbert Burns had, and what the reality of what he was doing was he's collecting his energy. He's trying to remain in the most calm state of mind and being that he possibly can, because when you're fighting in front of thousands and thousands of people, another human being that is trying to fucking murder you as much as you're trying to murder them, things change, guys. And you experience things that you can never experience in a gym, right? First off, another dude literally trying to kill you. Yeah, you might be able to experience that in the gym, but it's not going to be replicated the same way in an octagon. And I guess in a street fight, you might have been through some shit like that, but it's just different under those bright lights. And you have these adrenaline dumps, and you have these feelings that just don't associate with your everyday normal sparring. So looking at Gilbert Burns up until the fucking first time he gets punched in his face, I'm thinking like, fuck, dude, I don't know, man. This doesn't look good. Little do I know, man. The motherfucker came to die, dude. The motherfucker came to die, bro. He got rocked, got put on his ass, which I guess they didn't count a couple of the knockdowns, but no, I vividly recall, I think even in the first round, him getting put on his fucking ass from a clean punch, right? Then he puts fucking Khamzat on his ass from a clean fucking punch. The one was a trip or whatever, but no, dude, Khamzat got put on his fucking ass from a punch. Trust me on that. And then when you realize that, and I forgot, right, that Burns almost knocked out. He almost KO'd Usman in their fight in the fucking first round, I think, right? And that's saying something, because Colby really didn't rock Usman the way that Burns did. And Masvidal even didn't really rock Usman, at least visually noticeably, right? Fucking, I think Usman literally went to one knee when he got punched by Burns. I forget, but he definitely like fucking, he had like the Kevin Lee legs for a second. And that just shows you how fucking powerful this little fucking Mighty Mouse motherfucker Gilbert Burns is, dude. Man, guys, tell me that wasn't the greatest fucking fight of all time. Holy shit. And just when you were like, fuck, does Khamzat have it in him? He's about to lose this fucking fight. The motherfucker bites down on his mouthpiece and goes in for a third serving. Yo, incredible, guys. Incredible. So good that literally I'm almost holding back tears. Just how fucking incredible of a testament of human will that fight was, man. At this point, 16 minutes in, guys, I mean, let's just address the Aljo situation. Look, guys, it was, nobody really won that fight. If you had to fucking judge a fight off of 5 rounds, in my opinion, you could have gave it to either one of those dudes. We need another 5 rounds to really see who's a better athlete, because that wasn't, in my opinion, a display of just who's better. I saw it as a very even fight, even though I give it to Aljo. I didn't give it to Jan personally. And me, I didn't pay as close attention as somebody else might have. But the 4th and 5th round, I didn't see Aljo getting blown out, even though he's admitted to it. It's a widely accepted consensus that he clearly lost the last 2 rounds. I didn't even see it like that. So I give the fight to Aljo, but it wasn't a good display of like who's really better. But dude, good for Aljo. Everybody wants to count people out, right? And it just goes to show you, fuck you. And then even after Aljo wins, he's getting booed, and then he gets asked in the presser, like, how does that feel in that moment to be getting booed, the biggest moment of your fucking life? And Aljo's right, dude. There's going to be fucking haters, dude. Fuck these motherfuckers, bro. What, you got something to say? Yeah, you and everybody else, get in line, dude. Like you're at a deli at a grocery store. Get a number and get in line, dude. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? We can't be, I counted out Gilbert Burns, dude. Fuck me, bro. Give a fuck what this kid who had one amateur boxing match has to say that writes fucking hip-hop rap music. Fuck me, bro. And so in life, dude, you're going to have people that want to hate on you, whether it's fucking coming from, whether it's coming from a place of truth or not, right? People want to fucking hate on you. Fuck these people, bro. Aljamain Sterling deserved that. Every single second of that. It doesn't matter what anybody says. You're not the one that just worked their ass off for the past fucking 25 years to become a UFC champion of the fucking world, dude. In an extremely tough division. I mean, nowadays, there's not an easy division out there, right, guys? But somebody might want to say like light heavyweight, but you're a fucking idiot. What, Thiago Santos, Dominic Reyes, Yuri Prohakovic, Blachowicz, the current champ, Glover. Dude, it's all these divisions are stacked. But all right, last fight, Volkanovski versus Korean Zombie. I was really mad when I heard this fight got announced. To me, in my opinion, Korean Zombie's a bad motherfucker. But again, he's got like 400,000 miles on his vehicle. We were supposed to see the Max Holloway trilogy, and it didn't sit right with me from the very beginning. I feel like there's levels to this UFC, and when you get into the top 5, like Dana White said, it's the absolute highest level of competition in the world. And Korean Zombie is an absolute legend. I really am he's a fan favorite. I love him as a fighter, but dude, come on, man. He was not the number 1 contender. He absolutely was not. He just lost to Brian Ortega, and I know Brian Ortega got the opportunity to fight Volkanovski, but so in my opinion, Volkanovski's kind of like in the Israel Adesanya pocket, where he has to like start fucking cycling back through all of his opponents, or even Usman, right? But I wasn't excited to see this fight, guys, and it went pretty much exactly how I think most people thought it would go. And look, guys, I love everything about Alexander Volkanovski. I think he carries himself like a champion. I know he's on this new shit of like, oh, well, now I could finally be myself or whatever. I didn't see all that, dude. I think he carries himself so well as a man in this fucking life, and as a champion, furthermore, in this fucking life, dude. Like, if you want to put somebody on a Wheaties box, it's Alexander Volkanovski. I love the dude. He's a cool motherfucker, and he's one of the baddest dudes to ever step foot in that octagon. His fight IQ and level of skill and ability is so far beyond everybody else's. He is the absolute cream of the crop. Now, you guys know, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And the best is blessed, baby. Max Holloway's my fucking favorite fighter. I told you guys that a couple videos ago. So what happens in a third fight again with them? Fuck, who knows, man. But I'll tell you what, dude, it doesn't get higher level than that. It doesn't get higher level than that. I'm almost hesitant to bring up Conor, because in my opinion, Conor has such a high fight IQ, but I think his physical ability has fallen to the wayside of his fight IQ, just because. And I know it's repetitive, and I know it actually, to me, it almost sounds dumb at this point, but it is very true. And you guys have to understand that, like, you just can't balance certain things. If I want to become a mainstream, the next Eminem, and I bring up Eminem because I'm, I don't know, fuck G-Eazy, dude. G-Eazy isn't spitting fucking lyrical, dope-ass, intelligent shit like Eminem, right? Or whoever the fuck you want to bring up. I bring up Eminem because that's the type of lyricist I am, spiritually, individually, metaphysically, literally, you know what I mean? Like, I like to rap like that, and if I wanted to become a Eminem level, dude, I can't be a MMA fighter at the same time. Tyron Woodley showed us this too, man. You can't do all these things at the same time, guys. If you want to be the absolute best at one thing, you have to dedicate your time towards that, man. Otherwise, there's somebody who's just going to be etching you out. And Conor McGregor has had too many distractions since he got into the UFC. Just boatloads of money. What the fuck are you going to do? Remember when he read the mean tweets? And he said, thank you guys very much for the mean tweets. I'm going to go wipe my tears with my money. Okay? He's got better shit to do than fucking live in that gym all day long. Okay? Like how Volkanovski does. So I'm thinking to myself, like, what's a better fight than Volkanovski-Holloway? And I think, like, oh, Holloway-Conor? But it's not the same, guys. It's just not the same anymore. And we have to accept that shit. And Conor's run will never be touched, in my opinion. Conor had the best run in the UFC. You know what I mean? Look, come on, guys. Chad Mendes is no joke. Chad Mendes is a bad motherfucker. Conor fucking kind of ran through him. Short notice fight, whatever bullshit excuse you want to give. Conor experienced adversity in that fight, had opportunities to give up, bit down on his mouthpiece, and kept moving forward. Nate Diaz, too. You guys could say what you want. He lost the fight to Nate Diaz, but guess what? He came back fucking 6 months later, 6 weeks later, whatever the fuck the case is, and he went 5 rounds with that dude who he previously gave up to, okay, to prove just how much of a fucking man he really is at his core, right? Fuck, I gave up, guys. You know what? That will never happen again. Let me prove to everybody that I don't have no quit in me. And he had plenty of opportunities to give up in that second fight. And he almost did a couple times, but he caught that second wind after the third round. And he went fucking 5 rounds with one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever step foot in the UFC, Nate fucking Diaz, the little brother to Nick Diaz Army's motherfucker. What's up? Killer be killed, pussy. So anyways, guys, that was a great card.